The Kanto Celebration event is coming to Pokemon Go, and there are actually some reasons why you might want to play this event. And by the end of this video, you'll know everything the event has to offer and the best tips to help you make the most of it. So the event does run from September 2nd at 10 AM until the 7th at 8 PM local time. But what exactly does it have to offer? Well, for the bonuses, you will get 1 guaranteed Candy XL for evolving Pokemon, you'll get 3 times Mega Evolution duration, 2 times XP from spinning Pokestops, you can evolve Ivysaur to get a Venusaur that knows Frenzy Plant, you can evolve Charmeleon into Charizard to get Blast Burn, and you can evolve Wartortle to get a Blastoise that knows Hydro Cannon. You'll also get some snapshot photobomb encounters during the event. In the wild, you will be able to encounter Chansey, Snorlax, Abra, and more. In 5-star raids will be Palkia, and there will be a raid hour on the 3rd at 6 PM featuring Origin Palkia that may know Spatial Rend. In Mega raids will be Mega Venusaur, Charizard X, Charizard Y, and Blastoise, and in Max battles will be Max Pidove. More on how good these Pokemon are later on in the video. There will be free timed research available on different days of the event. From September 2nd at 10 AM until the 3rd at 10 AM, you will get a timed research that will lead to an encounter with Farfetch'd. From the 3rd at 10 AM until the 4th at 10 AM, you will get a timed research that will lead to an encounter with Kangaskhan. From the 4th at 10 AM until the 5th at 10 AM, you will be able to get a research that rewards Mr. Mime. And from September 5th at 10 AM until the 6th at 10 AM, you will get a timed research that will lead to an encounter with Tauros. There will be event-themed field research rewarding Mega Energy, XP, and event-themed encounters. Collection challenges will also be available rewarding Mega Energy. There will be an optional $5 special research that will reward encounters with Max Articuno, Max Zapdos, and Max Moltres. This ticket will also be available on the Pokemon Go web store for the same price, but you'll get a bonus premium battle pass with it as well. So if you are going to buy this ticket, then I would recommend picking it up from the web store. Do note as well, you will get more reward points when buying it from the web store as well, which will help you get further along in Reward Road, and this can help you get some premium items at no extra cost. Do also remember that the bonuses from the XP Celebration event will be active during this event as well, and these bonuses are 2 times catch XP from Nice, Great, and Excellent throws, and plus 3000 XP from winning raids and max battles. Now with that said, which event Pokemon are most worth focusing on? So Chansey will be a common spawn, and this Pokemon is always well worth picking up because not only is Blissey a great gym defender, but Max Blissey is generally the best tank and healer for max battles. And you are going to want Candy to power up Max Blissey and unlock and power up Max Spirit specifically because Max Blissey is the best healer in the game. Chansey is also a perma boosted shiny with 1 in 64 shiny rates. Snorlax doesn't really have much meta relevance itself, but again, if you do have the G-Max form and you don't have access to Max Blissey, you could use G-Max Snorlax as a tank, and it's not a bad healer as well with its high HP. But if you've got Max Blissey, then you don't really need to power up a G-Max Snorlax. Abra will be a good Pokemon to pick up because Mega Alakazam is the 2nd best Psychic type attacker in the game with Confusion and Psychic, second only to Shadow Mewtwo. And Abra is going to be coming to max battles in September as well, and Max Alakazam will be the best Psychic type we have for max battles in the game so far, so you might want some Candy for that too. And when an Abra or Kadabra is traded, its Candy evolution requirement is reduced to 0 to mimic how Kadabra evolves via a trade in the main series games. This means you could mirror trade a load of Abra and hold onto them until a 2 times evolution XP spotlight hour to evolve them for free with a lucky egg active. And on the 2nd of September during this event, there is a Pidgey spotlight hour that features this bonus, but more on that later. It's definitely worth completing all of the free timed researches you get for the regional Pokemon if you haven't got them for the Pokedex yet, because Farfetch'd is normally exclusive to South Korea, Taiwan, Japan, and Hong Kong. Kangaskhan is normally exclusive to Australia, but you can get this one from Mega Raids as well. Mr. Mime is generally locked to Europe, and Tauros is exclusive to the United States and Southern Canada. And generally, because of this regional exclusivity, these are the last few Pokemon a lot of people need for their Kanto decks, so it is worth at least doing these timed researches even if you don't want to play the event as a whole. Palkia is available, and it is ranked 80 in the Ultra League, and it's ranked 23 in the Master League. And Origin Palkia has even more relevance with it being the 9th best Dragon type attacker with Dragon Tail and Spatial Rend, and it's ranked 86 in the Ultra League and ranked 2 in the Master League. And if you do decide you want to raid Palkia or Origin Palkia, these are the raid CPs and the 100% IVs to look out for them. They are both Water and Dragon types and therefore weak to Dragon and Fairy type attacks. The best counters will be Mega Rayquaza, Eternatus, Shadow Dialga, Mega Salamence, Mega Gardevoir, Origin Palkia itself, Mega Garchomp, Origin Dialga, Shadow Palkia, and Shadow Salamence. And for budget counters which are generally easier to obtain and to power up, I would recommend Haxorus, Salamence, Dragonite, Garchomp, Gardevoir, and Togekiss. If you have access to party power from partying up, these raids should be a pretty easy duo if you have some of the better counters powered up, but if not, I would recommend having 3 or 4 trainers in total. Moving on to the Mega raids, Mega Venusaur is the 3rd best grass type attacker with Vine Whip and Frenzy Plant, Mega Charizard Y is the best fire type raid attacker currently in the game with Fire Spin and Blast Burn, and Mega Blastoise is the 4th best water type attacker with Water Gun and Hydro Cannon, and Blastoise itself is ranked 66 in the Ultra League. So if you've got any Bulbasaur, Charmander or Squirtle that you've been holding on to that you want to evolve, then this will be the time to do so you can get these moves for free. Otherwise it will require an elite charge TM to get these moves for them, and they do really want these to be at their best. If you are a free to play player or you just generally want to prioritize to save passes, I would recommend prioritizing using your daily free raid passes on Palkia for the candy for Palkia, Origin Palkia and its adventure effects. And of the Mega Pokemon available, I would make Mega Charizard the priority if you have access to it, because it is the best fire type raid attacker. And remember, you can raid the X or the Y form because the energy is shared amongst them, so you can use the energy from either of these raids to evolve into either of the forms. Also, if you struggle with damage to beat any of the raids within the time limit, it could be an option to use Crown Zacian's adventure effect Behemoth Blade to increase the damage of your Pokemon in raids by 10%. Alternatively, if it's catching raid bosses after the raid that you're struggling with, I would recommend using one of the Kyurem adventure effects. Black Kyurem's Free Shock adventure effect will increase catch rate by 25%, and it stops Pokemon from moving around, so it's a lot easier to land throws on a stationary target. Or you could use White Kyurem's Ice Burn adventure effect, which will increase catch rate by 50%, and it will slow down the catch circle when it's small to allow you to more easily land excellent throws. Max Pidove will also be available at power spots and is a decent budget flying type attacker for max battles, but Max Moltres is better if you have it. And if you buy the ticket, you can get guaranteed encounters with the max legendary birds, including Max Moltres. But how good are they in Pokemon Go? Well, Max Zapdos is actually the best non-G-Max electric type attacker for max battles, so it is a good one to have if you don't have access to G-Max Toxtricity. Max Moltres is currently the best flying type attacker for max battles we have, and it is a decent fire type attacker as well. It's not quite as good as Max Darmanitan, which is more accessible, but it's not far off, so it is one of the best non-G-Max fire type attackers. Max Articuno, however, doesn't really have any meta relevance. It's not really great defensively because of its typing and lack of a 0.5 second animation fast attack, and as an attacker it's comparable to Max Cryogonal, which isn't that good. Now, would I recommend buying the event ticket for these encounters? Generally, I would say no, because they aren't really that good in terms of the meta, and you can get them for free in normal play when they return, but if you know you won't be able to do these legendary max battles, then maybe it is worth getting these for you, because Zapdos and Moltres in particular could be useful as counters if you don't have any G-Max Pokemon of their types. Now, for whichever Pokemon you do decide to focus on during this event, you will need Candy and Stardust to power them up, but how can you maximize on Candy? Well, this event does feature a guaranteed Candy XL per evolution, so if you have Pokemon that you have a lot of Candy for, but you need Candy XL, you can essentially convert that Candy through evolution into Candy XL, and this is a lot better than the regular conversion of Candy into Candy XL because it requires 100 Candy to make one Candy XL normally, and most first evolutions are only going to cost you 12 or 25 Candy. And you can always use Pineapple Berries when catching Pokemon, and you can Mega Evolve a Pokemon that shares a type with the Pokemon you're catching to increase the amount of Candy, Candy XL and XP you get per catch. So for the wild spawns, you could Mega Evolve a normal type like these for Chansey and for Snorlax. For Abra, you could Mega Evolve one of these Psychic types, but Palkia Candy will probably be the best target during this event, not only because of the meta relevance of Palkia and its origin form, but also because of the Spatial Rend adventure effect, which is very useful. So for this, I recommend Mega Evolving one of these Water or Dragon types, and the Water types will also cover Blastoise as well. For Charizard, you could Mega Evolve any of these Fire types, and for Venusaur, you could Mega Evolve any of these Grass or Poison types. Alternatively, you could revert Groudon into its primal form to cover Charizard and Venusaur. And do remember to Mega Evolve a Pokemon that is at the max Mega level, so you get more Candy, XP, and chance for Candy XL. Do remember as well that the Mega duration will be lasting for 3 times longer than normal during this event, so it will be for a total of 24 hours. And Mega Energy is going to be rewarded from field research and collection challenges during this event, so it could be a good way to build Mega Energy without actually having to spend raid passes. And trading can also get you extra Candy depending on the distance between the 2 locations where the Pokemon were caught. 10 kilometers or below will get you 1 Candy and a 10% chance for Candy XL. Between 10 kilometers and 99.9, you'll get 2 Candy and a 25% chance for Candy XL. And if the distance is over 100 kilometers, you'll get 3 Candy and a guaranteed Candy XL. But this season, because of the seasonal bonuses, every trade will get you an extra Candy and a guaranteed Candy XL. This Candy XL won't stack though, you will still only be able to get 1 regardless of the distance between the locations where the 2 Pokemon were caught. And during this event, you can also benefit from Trade Days, which is a mini event that happens on Sundays during this season, and it offers trading bonuses including +1 special trade, increased chance for lucky trades, minus 10% Stardust cost for trades, and you'll get +2 Candy XL from trades. These bonuses are well worth taking advantage of during this event on the 7th, because lucky trades are one of the best ways to get Shundos in this game, with lucky Pokemon having a 12-12-12 IV floor, meaning they have a 1 in 64 chance of being a Hundo or a Shundo if shiny. Not only that, but the +2 Candy XL is really useful because Candy XL isn't really that accessible, so I recommend holding on to Pokemon you want Candy XL for in your storage and then trading or mirror trading them with someone on Sunday to get these XL candies. I'm not too sure yet if the +2 Candy XL will stack with the guaranteed one you get per trade because of the seasonal bonus, but either way, definitely worth doing these trades on Sunday. And if it does happen to stack and you do get 3 per trade, as you get 100 trades per day, you could literally hold on to 100 of a Pokemon and do all of those 100 trades, and you will get 300 XL Candy, which is enough to fully max out a Pokemon because you need 296 XL Candy to do that. And this season will also get you a guaranteed Rare Candy XL when catching 5-star raid bosses during raid hours, so well worth taking advantage of this because you can turn Rare Candy XL into XL Candy for any Pokemon of your choice. Now, there aren't any Stardust bonuses for this event, but there are quite a few ways you can get a lot of XP, which is useful if you're trying to get to level 50 before the level 80 update comes out. Firstly, because of the XP Celebration event, you will get 2 times XP for nice, great, and excellent throws, meaning you will get 2000 XP per excellent throw catch, and with a lucky egg, this will be over 4000. Not only that, but the XP Celebration does provide an additional 3000 XP when completing raids and max battles, so from 5-star Palkia and Origin Palkia raids, and from the Mega raids, you will get 13k XP per raid. This will be 26k with a lucky egg active. So raiding during raid hour where there are a lot of raids will be useful because you can complete more raids within the time limit of a lucky egg. And there is also a raid day featuring the debut of Mega Sharpedo on the 7th whilst the Kanto event is ongoing, and it will give you up to 5 free raid passes from spinning gyms. Mega Sharpedo will be appearing more frequently in raids, it'll have a 1 in 10 shiny rate and an increased remote raid limit, so this is a great time to do a few of these raids for free to get 26k XP per raid with a lucky egg active. And the extra XP for max battles is useful as well, because a 1-star max battle will get you 8000 XP and a 3-star max battle will get you 10.5k XP. You will also get 2 times XP from spinning Pokestops, so definitely worth trying to play this event in an area where there are a lot of Pokestops if you can. And even if you're not actually playing actively on your phone, you could use an auto catcher to spin the stops for you. And as I mentioned before, there is another big XP opportunity during another event taking place during the Kanto event, and that is that Pidgey Spotlight Hour. This event takes place on the 2nd at 6 PM and it features 2 times evolution XP, so if you've saved up any Pokemon with a low candy evolution cost in your inventory, then now is a great time to evolve them all with lucky eggs active. And if you don't have any Pokemon to evolve, you could actually catch a lot of Pidgey because they too only require 12 candy to evolve, so with 2 Pineapple Berry catches you will have enough candy to evolve one. You can then save all of these Pidgey for the next 2 times evolution XP Spotlight Hour. Now, this Kanto Celebration event is the first event going on in the Tales of Transformation season, but did you know you can get a free encounter with the mythical Pokemon Keldeo during this season? If you want to know more about that and what the season has to offer, then I recommend checking out this video next.